Hi, and welcome to virtualsheetmusic.com. I'm your host, Robert Estrin. Today's question is, what's the difference between a composition and an arrangement? Well, you've heard these terms, and there's actually quite a bit of difference, and there's differences within each of these. Compositions simply are musical pieces that are conceived from the beginning to the end with all the markings, expressiveness, the instrumentation. And generally, if it's a great composition, you want to learn it exactly as it's written so you can impart your nuance of expression from the framework of the piece. So the notes, rhythm, expression, and phrasing are just as the composer intended, and then of course you bring your unique voice to it, just as an actor does to lines of a play. Now, an arrangement is where a piece is written for one group of instruments, or it maybe is simplified or embellished for the same instrument. And it can be written for whole different groups of instruments or one instrument. So you could have a piece, for example, that's written for the piano that's arranged for an orchestra, or the other way around. Now, there are different types of arrangements. Some are just for convenience. You might want to have arrangements of Christmas songs to play at parties, and they could be at different levels. And in these cases, sure, you have creative license to embellish or simplify at your whim. But there are other arrangements that are great compositions into themselves, sometimes referred to as transcriptions. Some notable transcriptions are Pictures at an Exhibition by Mussorgsky, originally written by Mussorgsky for the solo piano, arranged, transcribed for symphony orchestra by Maurice Ravel. And the orchestral version is much more widely played and heard, and it is a phenomenal piece as an orchestral work. So there are examples of, for example, violin partitas of Bach arranged by Liszt, by Busoni, and others. And these transcriptions also hold their own as compositions on their own right. So, be able to identify the difference between arrangements and transcriptions so that you're sure that you are being faithful to the score in the case of something that is carefully crafted, as compared to more of a convenience for people to play and share music in a more casual setting in the case of many arrangements that are simplifications or embellishments of popular music. Thanks for joining me, Robert Estrin, here at virtualsheetmusic.com.